What's up, guys? In this video, I will tell you about a pretty decent story called A Villain's Will to Survive. As you can see here, you have a main character mugshot as he turns into a villain of the said story. His name is Dikulane, and this is an isekai story that set in some type of Victorian era England. Well, or at least a world that looks like that. Obviously, you will have a main character that was bad, and because someone is isekai into him, he will turn him into good guy. That's the gist of it. Obviously, it can have quite a bit of interesting turns. It can be really good to read, but it depends on the art. Art itself is great, so there is no issue here. And with the plot, how interesting the plot is, how interesting characters are, etc. There are quite a bit of interesting characters here, but main character isn't one of them. This guy that turned into Decline von Grahan Ukulele isn't an interesting guy at all. He's a super generic Korean good guy that knows almost everything about the story, so basically he has a regressor type of knowledge, and he will turn a pretty weak and disgusting villain into a strong and good guy. That's the end of it. But all other characters around him are pretty interesting. Well, not all of them. I'm getting ahead of myself, but quite a bit of them. So it's interesting to read. Like his sister, which is actually a stepsister, his students, his co-workers, even some of his enemies. So and obviously his fiance. So it's pretty interesting to read, and I definitely will recommend it. As far as the stories that came out in the last years are concerned, this is one of the good ones, but it's far from being excellent. Mainly because the plot itself just keeps repeating itself. There isn't much development in the story at all. This is an issue with almost all manhwas nowadays. You just keep reading the same over and over again, even if it's up to 100 chapters. I guess it makes them money, and that's it. So check it out on asuraskans.my, but keep in mind you may be a little bit disappointed, but it's still a pretty good read. So thanks for watching. See you later.